Good afternoon, and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, I'm going to try my best to teach you how to transform this POS transformation, this GD terrible transformer, this winner of Worst Transformer of the Year for 2023, because honestly, I haven't come across the worst one for 2023. The year's already begun, and the first thing I do is happen across a simply terrible, 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 terrifically terrible transformation. Let's begin. If you like what you see here, and you like a blind man smashing his head up against a wall trying to transform something that shouldn't even exist because it's just that terrible, then please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what your worst version of Arcee has been, because personally, this is my only version of Arcee I've ever owned in my entire life, and it's already one of the worst Transformers. I would take Elita 1 over this one because at least Elita 1 folds properly on the inside, even though it's a terrible shell former. This is also a terrible shell former. I despise shell formers, even if this is an 80% shell former, because she does use, I'd say like a 95% shell former, because there's this like little bitty spot on the front of the car that her chest becomes a part of. Everything else gets folded inside of. So join me on this wonderful journey of discovery as we discuss this terrible transformer. All right, let's get into this. First off, what you want to do is you want to grab her by the chest, and you want to yank it off. All right, just yank the chest up and put it into the front of the car. Snap that B in place, okay? Now that the chest is taken care of, we've kind of locked down the front of the body. And that's important because it's going to be very difficult to actually get anything done with this transformer between the clearances and the fact that the entire body wants to wiggle all over the freaking place while you're doing it. So you want to fold both of the arms up. They have this negative zone that felt like it was important and like you're supposed to fold the hand, the hands are supposed to fit into it or something, but that's not the case. That's a lie. What you're supposed to do is take the hook that the thumb gives you and you hook it into that negative zone and you put it over the edge. If this isn't right, I don't know what to say. This is the best way I found to do it. If you found a better way, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and talk trash about Arcee while you're there. I don't even know how to spell it because nobody's actually spelled it out loud. Hey, if you wouldn't mind in the comments below, tell me how to spell Arcee, because all I can spell it as is RC. The letter R followed by the letter C, and I know that's wrong. I know it's completely wrong, but I can't find anybody to actually say what the freaking the name of this thing is. Spell it out, please, please. From a blind person to all of you sighted people, in the comments below, spell out her name so I can get it right for a change. I'm tired of getting this name wrong. All right, now we want to go ahead and come to the back panel of this transformer, and you want to fold up the two wheels that are hidden there. Yeah, her wheels don't hide anywhere on her body. Oh, look, and there's these big panels that unfold from each of the wheels. That could have totally been something that folded in on her arms or something like that, but instead, it's just back here hanging out with all their other kibble. Now you're going to go ahead and fold that into the car bit all the way across to the front. And honestly speaking, it's at this moment right here that I realized, like, I could have just figure out how to take off the car, and then I'll have two vehicles, two transformers in a way. Okay, now we're sitting at this wonderful, this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful part of the transformation. You want to make sure that you've picked up the. What's going on here? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? You are. Right, okay, so there's this back panel bit that loves to fold in all the wrong ways, and if you don't have it folded out, then you can't snap down the car bits like this. Oh crap, now this piece has gotten stuck behind the, oh jeez, the clearances are such shit. All right, now that's taken care of, that's folded in. We've rotated the hips so that this hole that, why is there a connection port hole right where her ass should be? Like, Hasbro, seriously, you gave a female robot a butt? Like a butthole? Like an a-hole? It's even square, what you would imagine a Transformer's rectum would be. Like a square thing, perfectly tooled and sized. It's like, why? Why do you have a hole in the butt of a female transformer? That's not cool. That's not right. Like there's something wrong with that. I approve of the non-cleavage. Like like I've told you before, female anatomy on robots grosses me out. It's just gross. It doesn't belong there. And Now what we're going to do is, after we've attempted to connect the hip area of Arcee into that little porthole I've explained. So, she's supposed to make sweet, sweet analness with her back end. And it's just terrible. It's simply terrible. But, that piece is supposed to fit in there. And then these legs are supposed to fold down on the front and actually clip into place. So we're just going to fold the feet, because the feet get folded a bit. I don't really know how to do any of this correctly, because this figure is just so filled with terrible clearances. Like, once you get it into place, it all snaps into place and it's perfect. But until then, nothing wants to stay together. Everything wants to go in a different direction, because they honestly just forgot how to make a freaking transformer when they created this thing. All right, and okay, so now what you do, you throw it. Thank you for watching today's episode of Blindformers. Please tune into my channel for more in-depth reviews over things. And it is my advisement to you that when you see Studio Series 86 Arcee on the shelf, please take it off the shelf, stomp on it, kick it under the shelf, so nobody ever has to experience this hated, hated pink, pink monster. Nobody has to experience it, and if you're like me and you own one, then please also be like me and toss it against a wall somewhere, because that's what it deserves. It deserves to be tossed against a wall. It doesn't deserve to be purchased by anyone. It is a terrible transformer, and it is a shame on the Studio Series 86 line in its entirety. It's a cop out, and it's a piece of shit. Don't buy this item. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.